Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, my name is Mr. Maxwell and welcome back to another side quest about video games with myself and Exo Magpie.
Hello and welcome to the new year.
Yeah, welcome to 2022.
Yeah.
Sucks already. Only 3 days in and it doesn't really feel like any much has changed.
Well, no, it's only 3 days. So.
I know, but still. I'm a bit like, what do I talk about first? I'll tell you, actually, you know what we're going to talk about first?
Go on.
We're going to talk about if it can come up. There it is. Sorry, my tablet was running a bit slow there. Since this happened last month and we never actually
talked about
it, we're going to very quickly. Ubisoft employees are leaving in their by the busload, apparently.
Yes.
And it's still happening now.
Well, you know, when you act like the Catholic I'll get my Joe in gear. Catholic Church. When you act like the Catholic Church, and then also top on that the shit wages you give your staff, and then you just ignore them when they, when they bring the problems, and your response is, "Well, we're looking to the future."
He doesn't have to sound like a politician, does he?
Yeah.
When he was on the thing.
In fact,
we're looking towards the future. That's all great, but what are you actually going to do about the whole?
Those who do not solve
abuse?
the problems of your looking for the future is great, but if your foundation, i.e. the present, is shit, everything you build in the future will eventually just break, crumble down, and disappear into nothing. Which, seems to be what's happening.
Yes. So yeah, they it doesn't actually say. It doesn't actually say how many people have left, but it has become known as the Great Resignation. So there must be a lot of people who have left.
Yeah, there's a lot of people leaving, and that's the thing. It's like people are leaving so often that people are noticing that, this is another person leaving, and then it's one of those where it's like one person leaves, then another one, then another one, then another one, and you start to notice it. Which, funny enough, is we're familiar to my work, but anyway,
we'll move on.
It's almost like if you ignore your staff and say, "Oh well, no, we just look to the future. It's okay. Everything's fine. We're all perfectly hunky dory, Mr. Shareholders. Please keep giving us your money." The staff literally go, "Well, if you only care about the shareholders, then you can just have the shareholders. Then we'll go somewhere else."
I mean, there's not. I think I've only seen like 2 articles about this.
Yeah,
there's not been a lot.
It's not been widely thingy, but I think, and this comes into also like with Activision and all the other AAA game publishers. Like, I think how disattached to reality the senior management of these companies is starting to come to light now.
Yeah,
like how fucking far up their own asses they are.
Yeah,
Like for example, Bobby Kotick is still
CEO
of Activision Blizzard. Now, Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, you stated that you were going to look into your relationships with Activision Blizzard regarding, the fact that Bobby Kotick is accused of sexual harassment and all those. Accused. I mean, it's a lot of accusations. All you've given us is words now. I think it's time for action.
I don't think there's much on Nintendo though. I don't think Nintendo really have that many Activision. Do they have any?
It's not. No, it's not. It's Activision games on Nintendo.
No, that's what I mean.
Well,
do they have any?
I think there's the Crash series and the odd. There is the odd Activision game on there.
Crash.
Yeah. There is the odd Activision game on there.
I think Spyro is there.
Yeah. So, Tony Hawk's as well.
Tony Hawk's. So they did it.
It's just
every time someone says Activision, the only game I think of is Call of Duty.
Yeah, because that's pretty much the only thing they ever put their. Because
I was like, is Call of Duty on?
Don't think so, but
it's not.
But anyway, Back to Ubisoft. Yeah, if you're going to treat your stuff
Ubisoft's
like shit...
the same. How is Yves Guillemot still in charge of that company?
Because
how does that even
for the
work?
exact same reason why Bobby Kotick is in charge. The shareholders are all chummy with...
You make us lots of money, so we'll stick with you, even though you're a terrible person.
Yeah.
Terrible. I generally want to walk into the bar and just everyone just be Donald Trump and just talk like Donald Trump. We're going to do great things. We're going to do great things.
Yes.
We're going to build a wall. We're going to keep the Mexicans out.
And make them pay for it.
And make them pay for it. How? What?
I still remember and say that and went...
How is that going to work?
I mean, if you were like, I don't know, Imperial Britain, when we were the height of the empire, and we literally went, yeah, you're going to do this, otherwise this giant ship with really big guns is going to make your life a very bad time.
To be fair, if he had actually done it, I think he would have gone down as possibly the smartest man in the world.
Yes, however, it failed.
I mean, he was never going to get done. It was never going to happen.
Therefore, he was not going down as the smartest person.
But you've got to be some grade A con man to get another country to build your borders walls.
To pay for your borders wall. Yeah, you've got to pan it. I mean, yeah. Anyway.
You've got to be up there. Yeah. As one of the greatest con men of all time.
I mean, a lot of people bought that idea, bought into it. I mean, that's not...
Yeah, that's not the only reason why he won.
Yes. Oh, no, I know that. I'm just saying a lot of people bought into the idea of, we're going to make the Mexicans pay. Are you sure? They're a sovereign country. They can turn around and go...
Personally, I generally think it's the same with this country, the same like with Boris. We could have had a dog wearing a tie go up against Boris, and we would have won. And the dog would have won. Like, I'm sorry, the dog would have won.
I would rather have a dog with a bow tie, because at least then, when the shit hits the fan, it's like, well, what do you expect? He's a dog.
But the person that goes up against him...
He just wags his tail. He goes to, meetings and wags his tail and gets a big biscuit.
But the person that went up against him, this is Boris and Trump, nobody liked them. So what would you say?
For example, Hillary had a lot of baggage with it, and Corbyn basically had the entirety of the British press against him.
Yeah, but that's my point. Nobody liked them. Like, you literally just had to put somebody likeable up, and you would have won.
Yeah, I suppose. But the problem is that a lot of the media had their own reasons why.
Oh yeah.
Like, they wanted these people in these positions for reasons, basically, per se, and so they basically had their media outlets show anyway. But anyway, we're getting into politics, and we need to go back. Look, this digression needs to come back on track with Ubisoft. And why is he going on in charge? Because, well, he is.
Well, because reasons.
Because the senior management they literally have the corporate self-preservation of a dead dodo. Seriously, the triple game industry right now has the self-preservation of a dodo.
Mm. Well,
right
actually,
now,
I wouldn't even say dead.
No, I'm saying a dodo, as in now, as in it's a fucking dead. It's an extinct species. That they literally.
I would say it has the self-preservation of a lemming. Like, it's literally deliberately walking towards the edge of that cliff, knowing it's gonna fall off, but it's going anyway. It's deliberately going that way.
They have the self-preservations of an actual lemming from the game Lemmings.
So yeah, obviously with Ubisoft there's been a lot of delays due to this.
Well, yeah, no shot.
Not surprised.
Won't be surprised if we never hear about Beyond Good and Evil 2 ever again.
Oh, that's not happening. That is not happening. Beyond Good and Evil.
Put it this way, right? Star Citizen will eventually somehow get released, right? And then the game that will replace Star Citizen as the game that'll never get released will be Beyond Good and Evil 2. That is literally what's going to happen.
I refuse to believe that. I refuse to live in a world where Star Citizen...
I'm not saying Star Citizen will release as a good game. I'm just saying
it
will eventually release in a supposed complete...
I refuse to live in a world where Star Citizen is actually complete and is released to the public.
Look, let's be honest. Star Citizen will never be as good as the money that was being put into it.
No.
Never in a million years. Because literally the only way it would be is if you had a holodeck. Like, the amount of money that has been put into that game...
I do not understand.
I'm beginning to think that you could probably get close to holodeck
that game is a con. I'm convinced. Why are you selling when you can't even release your game? Why are you selling ships for like $8,000?
I know.
What the is wrong with you? And to the people who have bought these ships, what the is wrong with you?
So the argument to anyone who comes out with this argument, because I know there'll be someone, anyone who thinks that like the argument of, but EVE Online has ships that cost that much. Yeah, EVE Online is an MMO. Is it been out for years, and is a fully working game. Star Citizen is not. But yeah,
at least EVE is a game that is out.
It's a fully functioning, complete game.
Yeah, that you can play without having to go through like beta bollocks.
That's very true. However, trying to learn how to play EVE is a completely different thing.
Oh yeah, that's a completely different thing. But it's a working game.
Yeah, but back to Ubisoft. Look, we've said it earlier on. You treat your stuff like shit. We've said this constantly. Whenever this sort of shit comes out with like staff being overworked and crunch and etc., and the sexual harassment that's been coming out, we've said if you treat your staff like shit, one, your product is going to suffer because they won't give a crap about. If you don't give a crap about your staff are not going to give a crap about your product that you are going to sell. They are literally going to be to the point of, I'm coming in, doing my work, going the fuck home, and doing stuff to forget about the shit I've been put through at work. You do not, in a creative industry, which is the video game industry, you do not want that environment. That is counterproductive. Because you want people to actually be there, because then they are more creative, they're more responsive, they can think more instead of just coming in and doing the bare minimum. And we've been saying, like, you keep doing this, eventually they'll come to a point where staff will literally go, do you know what? Fuck this. And yeah, there's still some people, to be perfectly honest, right, if it wasn't for the fact that the AAA game industry as a whole is an absolute cesspool of fucking shite, I guarantee you the likes of Activision and Ubisoft would probably have even less staff around. And they would probably be struggling to actually survive. Because a lot of those, I guarantee you, a large portion of people who are working in the AAA game industry, in the lower rungs, the ones that are doing the fucking animations and the ones and zeros and making sure the game doesn't bug out all the time, they're there not because they want to be. They're there because they can't find anywhere else. Yeah. And so it's getting to a point where Ubisoft's the first one that's starting to suffer because they pay the least, and at least and these other companies are coming to these underrepresented, underappreciated, underpaid, and undersupported staff, and the staff are going, well, even if it's the same, at least I'll be getting a bit better paycheck. Yeah. And so they're leaving in droves.
And there's a lot of like Chinese companies now.
Yeah.
Starting up.
There's a lot.
They're looking to move. You know, all it takes is one company from another country, like Korea or something, to set up base in America, and all they have to do is treat their staff decently and give a decent pay, and you know, as with like lorry drivers over here at the moment. Yeah, but there's a lot of, for people who don't know, there's a lot of fighting between the different companies over lorry drivers at the moment.
Because it's basically the exact same principle. Like, there is all of a sudden a shortage of lorry drivers because of Brexit. Let's all be honest here.
Yeah, all these companies are now fighting amongst each other to get these lorry drivers. So they're offering more better pay, better standards, and
terms and conditions.
A lot of the drivers are getting like their own contracts now, instead of having to work in everybody gets one contract sort of thing. Yeah.
The thing is that basically because the demand for drivers outstrips the supply, the people who are wanting drivers are having to offer more instead of just the bare minimum. Which, let's be honest, the vast majority of companies at the moment, especially in the West, seem to be the bare minimum is good enough. And it's like, no!
A lot of your smaller studios will do well with this as well. A lot of the serious stuff,
as long as they don't bankrupt themselves.
What I've heard with a lot of the smaller studios, they're generally good to work for. They don't crunch their staff, and they don't. Yeah. There are some, obviously, that do.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there aren't, but
there are the bad apples.
Yeah.
There are bad apples.
There are a lot that don't do that. So I could see a lot of people who work for like Activision and Ubisoft and that
who literally
literally
are treated like cattle.
Yeah, and just dropping down
just
and
basically
working for a company that
just
gives a shit. That's for a lot of people. That's all it needed.
And here's the thing. It's like it's basically like they can have more impact, and the very fact that the company that they move to cares about them more means they're happier, they're more productive, and they are able to. It's a win-win sort of thing, and it's one of these like Ubisoft. What's happening in Ubisoft, like I said, is a massive shot across the bow to the entire industry, because I'm looking at like what they're all saying about like monetization and fucking all the stuff they're doing, and then the new buzzwords of NFT.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Transition into like. The people that are like trying to sell NFTs, like the corp CEOs and the like, I've not heard a single developer, an actual developer, the actual person that does the ones and zeros, that actually works on the game. I've not heard one person say it's a good thing. I'm not, and the thing is, the people that are trying to sell NFTs to people, they're more and more sounding like the blooming snake oil merchants you get in YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And the desperation from some of them is just like...
The Ubisoft ones are amazing. I generally love the Ubisoft ones. It's like, look at this one-of-a-kind thing. And it's just like, that's just a normal helmet. But this has a barcode on it. And it'll be your barcode. So what you're telling me, that if I went to a shop and I bought a helmet, it would be exactly the same as every other helmet that's in that shop. Yeah, except for one barcode that nobody will ever see. Why in God's name would I pay for that?
A few pixels. Literally a few pixels. You're paying...
Yeah, but you have to zoom in.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You have to proper zoom in to see
You're paying for a few pixels. That's all you're paying for. It's a unique one. This is the thing. Right, I know why they did it, because they don't... Because if they sold something completely, totally, utterly unique, they would be, rightfully, accused of forcing people to pay for the NFTs.
Yeah.
And keeping content behind a paywall, right? Mm. And it would be true, because that's what they'd be doing. The problem is, in order to solve that problem, they've made the NFTs literally worthless.
Yeah, they've not made them NFTs at all. They've just mass-produced things with a barcode on them.
To the point where I think...
it's like they've literally forgotten the term of like one-of-a-kind, unique actually means.
But again, it's like, it's trying... Here's what I'm trying... I do not understand why people are so like into NFTs, apart from the fact that you clearly have more money than common fucking sense.
Have you actually noticed the people who are actually into NFTs though?
Yes.
None of them are like your bog standard Joe.
None of them are people who buy games for entertainment or like escapism. It's like, oh no, I need this new revenue stream. No, I don't. I do not want to buy a game for a revenue stream. I want to buy a game to have enjoyment. And the track record of the triple game industry of implementing monetization methods is the worst. Every single time. Do anyone want to give an example? I don't know. Maybe the one that got government starting to look to legislating against loot boxes. Battlefront 2. That is the fucking epitome of why you do not want triple game industries, because they're so they will. I mean, Battlefield 2042.
Yeah, we'll get into that as well.
We'll get into that. But that has clearly been undermined and torpedoed itself in order to have more monetization in it.
Yeah.
And it's fucking backfired. But yeah, we'll finish off on Ubisoft right now. Yeah, it's deserved.
Oh yeah,
those people who are jumping ship deserve better pay. They deserve better conditions. They deserve not to go to work and worry about whether or not they were going to be harassed or forced to work stupid amount of crunch hours. No, they don't. They do not deserve that. They deserve to, go to work on something they enjoy doing, going home to their families, and not being stressed to fuck.
Yeah.
And then 5 years down the line, have to leave the business through burnout.
Yeah. And also, if they want to stay in the business, not get blackballed or blacklisted. Sorry.
Yeah.
Now, they shouldn't have to worry about leaving a company and being blacklisted.
Honest to God, the AAA game industry, the music industry, and the fucking film industry they are fucking vultures.
Speaking of NFTs, Square Enix which we did actually say before in our last video that more of the AAA are going to get involved in this, but we wouldn't be surprised because I think we were bigging up Final Fantasy 14.
Yes.
At the point.
And
we said to give Square Enix all their props that they've done really well. We're not going to be surprised if all of a sudden they show up with NFTs. And
lo and behold,
hey presto, the president came out with a New Year's letter basically saying that they're going to be bringing out NFTs. Which has actually met with a big backlash from the fan base.
Yes.
Especially Final Fantasy 14. There's actually like a big letter to the president saying, please don't do this.
The thing is, right, this is the thing, because they know the one that they were trying the first on would be 14.
Oh yeah, 14.
Because MMOs, one of the big things about MMOs is making yourself look unique.
Yeah.
And this is the whole thing with NFTs. No, fucking hell, no.
I'm just waiting for WoW now to announce it. Instead of actually fixing the game, we're putting NFTs in the game. That's all.
Oh yeah, Activision are going to do that.
Oh yeah, I know.
We all know.
I'm just waiting for the announcement.
I'm just waiting for EA to do it with FIFA Ultimate Team.
No, EA's going to do it even worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're going to do it with Ultimate Team.
They're going to do it with Dead Space.
No, they're going to do it with Ultimate Team. Do you want to know why? Because then they can go. Only 10 people can have the 1999 Manchester United kit, and only 50 people can have Cristiano Ronaldo of 2010.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do. I'm sorry, but it is what they're going to do if they want to do. I mean, granted, I want them to do that because it will kill Ultimate Team faster than a silver bullet to a werewolf. So yeah, EA, do it. I dare you. I want you to kill your own fucking cash cow.
I reckon they're going to do stuff like, do you want like the 1960s Brazil team?
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I want them to do that. Why? I want them to do that because it will literally kill their own cash cow. I want them to do it because they're that. Here's the thing. I know some people are saying, "Oh, they won't do that." They won't do that. They're not that stupid. We're talking about EA here. EA thought it was perfectly fine to release Titanfall 2 at the same time as Battlefield 5.
So yeah.
Anyway, but back to Square Enix trying to be Shinra Incorporated, who are the bad guys, by the way, Square, if you don't remember.
So on New Year's Day, 2022, so obviously January 1st, a letter from Square Enix President Yosuke Matsuda was published on Square Enix official website. Within the letter, Matsuda spoke in support of cryptocurrency, NFTs, and movement from games being designed for players who play to have fun to play to contribute, as he words it.
Honest to God.
Right, okay, so. Right. I think playing to earn is not a bad idea.
I mean, technically, that's the entirety of Twitch.
Yeah.
Almost.
But no, what I mean is like, so if you've played a Ubisoft game, this is the only thing that I think Ubisoft has actually done correctly. Right, so when you play Assassin's Creed and you get a trophy or an achievement, there's also you get the Ubisoft points as well, which then you can spend in that shop.
Yeah, Steam has a very similar.
Steam does have the same thing, but
has a similar, but it's mostly to do with like when you buy a game.
Yeah, I don't think it's as well done. I think this is...
to be honest, the vast majority of the stuff is like your profile picture you can do on Steam, but it's a good start.
Yeah.
But Ubisoft has the whole thing of like,
I think granted, it's not the best stuff in the world that you get from the thing, but I think it's something
that you could build on.
Yeah, I think if there's a way that you could,
I think that because Sony experimented with this sort of thing as well, where your trophies would give you points, which would then go towards things. The problem is that like Ubisoft, they don't give you anything of real
tangible want. I mean, Ubisoft would give
nothing really good.
Ubisoft would give you skins.
Ubisoft would give you
which
skins.
Which was really the only thing that I cared about.
Yeah.
The rest of it was kind of like, do you want
skins,
this gun?
Skins,
I was like, not really. I'm not.
The odd weapon, but they weren't like the game-breaking weapon or anything sort of like that. But yeah, it was like a neat thing, and it would carry over to other Ubisoft games. Granted, you would have to somehow put up with Uplay.
Oh yeah, you have to deal with Uplay, and it's not the greatest, but I think Uplay is a very good idea, right? And when I first heard about this is what I generally thought we were going towards. I thought more companies were actually going to go for this. No. And now remember, I work very early hours, and I was half asleep when I first heard about this.
Yes.
So at the time, I just thought, that's not too bad.
Yeah, give them something to
it actually gives people it gives people
to earn while they're playing.
Yeah, and it also gives people like more reason to fully complete a game.
Yeah.
So because there's tons of open world games that I've played.
Yeah.
Because I love open world games.
Yeah.
But I've only done the story. I've not done most of the side quests.
Yeah. What actually is what they want is to actually put stock markets in all their games.
Yes, that's what they want. And obviously,
I mean, look at just NFTs, right, and how they log the price and that, and then compare that with the stock market on Bloomberg. They're the same. They literally are the same graphs going up and down, like. All it is speculation that item like helmet color blue will be in 6 months' time worth $20,000.
Yeah.
They have the AAA game industry has a gambling addiction. It has a gambling addiction.
Ubisoft, Activision, Square, you all need to go to rehab.
All of you do, yeah. You all fucking need to. Every single one of you. 2K, EA, you all need to.
And my real worry is that we're going to end up... I mean, personally, I think all that's going to happen is if they do keep going on with these NFTs, is that everyone's just going to stop buying AAA games.
Yeah.
I think people are just going to get
especially if, like, for example, Ubisoft's fucking complete and utter disaster of initial rollout with Breakpoint. One, you put it in a fucking shite game, shockingly enough, because that's probably what you're going to just release from now on.
Well, I mean, they don't have the stuff anymore, so...
yeah, exactly. So, also, and two, you made them absolutely fucking, like, pointless. And three, no one wanted them.
Yeah, because they all look shit. They look exactly like the normal helmet you get in the game.
And if anyone wants to come back at me and say, "Oh, well, it's because it's so expensive to make a video game," Bobby Kotick got $150 million bonus.
Yeah, $150 million bonus.
Yes, he got that.
Which could have easily just gone on to, games.
That's more than some games are costing. They could have made a game for that amount of money. They didn't. They just gave it to Bobby Kotick. So if they can afford to pay a bonus, not his normal salary, a bonus to Bobby Kotick of $150 million, then no, it's not too expensive to make video games. Because they can afford to just throw money into a dumpster fire and call it a bonus to Bobby Kotick.
It is expensive to make video games. No one's disputing that. But it's the same way as, it's expensive to make a movie.
Yes.
It is very expensive to make a movie.
Yes.
And I'm on about, of the scale of Spider-Man No No Way Home.
Spider-Man No Way Home, Bond...
Any of the Marvel movies. Name any Marvel movie. They are expensive.
The Bond films, etc., etc.
Lord of the Rings, they weren't cheap. It's not cheap, but like I would have the same reaction if I was watching Lord of the Rings and then all of a sudden here's an NFT of Gandalf riding down the side of fucking Helm's Deep. Yeah, cheers for that. That's not ruined my day at all.
It again, and another thing is like, but the money won't go back into making games. It'll go to the CEOs and the shareholders because that's what happens. Yeah. That's what happens with the loot box money. That's what happens with any of the microtransactions. They don't go back into the game. They don't.
Or they don't go to make a new game.
They don't go back into the game, and they don't go back into the development of another game. It goes straight to the CEOs and the shareholders, and it fucking stays there. We don't have a trickle-down economy. For that, you need something to trickle down. It doesn't. It stays there, at the top. You don't have a sieve. It's a bucket.
Well, no. It is trickle down, but like it's like a giant wall.
No.
But there's like this tiny crack.
Instead of a sieve, it's a bucket with the tiniest of micro holes.
Yeah, that's right. And it's just like slowly dropping out.
Like one atom of water is coming out.
Yeah, every like
2 days.
I was going to be a bit more generous and be like every like 30 seconds. That drip on it's on every movie where the guy's like he's been captured and he's been tortured, but there's always a drip somewhere.
Yeah.
Because they always hold him somewhere wet. There's always that drip just. Yeah, that's the money.
Yeah.
That's the money.
That's the trickle down economy, people. that is a trickle down economy. But
yeah, and funny enough, the guy being tortured, that's the staff.
Yeah. Shockingly enough, that metaphor is very apt. More apt than we thought it was going to be. Oh, we laugh at it, but it's secretly we're crying. Yeah, like fucking hell.
I do hope that I generally hope.
Does it say exactly like what benefit an NFT?
It doesn't say anything. No, it doesn't. All it says is that they're looking into it.
The buzzwords.
They're looking into NFTs.
It literally like they want these fucking stupid people who are trying to buy into NFTs. They want their money, and they think they're gullible enough to buy shares in fucking their company. Because they're mouthing off about, we're going to have NFTs and there's going to be new income streams and blah 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 blah. Like, yeah, the first company to try it, Ubisoft, yeah, it's been a resounding success, hasn't it? The very fact that they have yet to even cover the costs of maintaining this system.
Yeah. It's not going to go away anytime soon, unfortunately.
No.
I hope, and I pray.
The one saving grace, it seems like Sony and Microsoft...
Well, they don't need to.
Yeah, no, but the Sony and Microsoft are against NFTs, and I don't know about Nintendo. I don't think I've heard anything from them, good or bad, which is why I haven't...
I don't think Nintendo are going to do it.
And so the thing is like, if Sony and Microsoft basically turn around and go... Yeah, we're not allowing NFTs on our platform. They're fucked.
Yeah, pretty much.
because all they've got is their own servers.
Yeah.
Because everyone has to have their own fucking launcher now.
Oh yeah.
Because just having the one to launch all of the games.
You know what I don't understand? Everyone's got their own launcher. Why are they all shit?
Because,
why are they all shit?
Because to make them good, you'd have to put effort into it, and that's the one thing that AAA game industries don't understand that you have to do.
Please make something good. No, I don't want to.
How would I do that?
It's like
well, you would have to invest the money and time to do that. Oh, we can't do that.
It's like they go,
Bobby Kotick needs another bank.
I want to do this. Okay, but it's going to take time and effort. Oh, I don't have time and effort. I'm sorry. I can't.
What do you mean you don't have time and effort? You had $150 million. Yeah, but Bobby Kotick needed a new schwanky boat.
He's got his new boat. Yes. Either that or he's got a lawsuit to deal with another
in another state.
In another state. Who knows?
I mean, it could be cheaper just to settle, but no, he wants to go to court, the whole shebang.
I do hope that
But yeah, it's like, for fuck's sake.
Square do sort of like
the one thing is that, like, unlike loot boxes and microtransactions and shitty little DLC, like horse armor, the outcry from this has been huge from the very start. It's not been, oh well, this is okay, I don't mind this, and blah 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 blah. It's literally been like, no, this is fucking terrible.
It does seem to be like lately there's a lot more people being just straight up no, instead of like, alright, we'll let you get away with that. It's now literally like, no, we're not letting you get away with anything.
No, it's like, no.
You've overstepped the line so many times.
And again, I think part of the reason that is the revelations of how they're treating their own staff. Because it's like, you know, all this money that you kept, those people that were saying, well, you know, we've got to pay the staff, they've got to pay the staff, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, they don't give a shit about their staff. Yeah. They don't care.
I think the other thing is the pandemic. I think people are just kind of sick of dealing with shit.
Yeah. That's probably it.
People are sick of the pandemic, and they're sick of
like the gaming. Gaming has been an escape from a lot of it, and the way they want the NFTs to be in is basically like, yeah, this is work.
Yeah,
I don't want my games to be work. I
think people are now kind of starting to have enough of these companies trying to just take every penny out of their pocket.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's not even, again, like, if they could come up with a single fucking argument as a point of how this would improve a game, there may be some form of, like, people accepting it. But unlike loot boxes, which was basically like, well, it's your leveling system, or microtransactions, or, you know, skip the grind, or DLC. It's like, oh well, it means that we can keep our artists busy while, you know, once we've done all the art assets, we can keep them busy doing that. This has literally got. They are literally struggling to find something to say, this will improve the games industry. This is why it'll improve it. It's literally like, and again, the whole argument of oh well, yeah, the point of, yeah, I could get an item from one game and put it into another. Oh yeah, do you honestly think EA is going to allow an avatar of Cristiano Ronaldo to turn up in a Ghost Recon game? No. No. Do you honestly think EA, Activision, 2K, Square Enix are going to basically allow their fucking property show up on another platform? On another company's platform? The answer to that is a big resounding no. Do you want to know why I know it's going to be a no? Because there's such a fucking thing as copyright. And for example, 2K! Suing everyone under the sun with the name Rockstar, or
DMCA-ing every modder that they can find.
Yeah. Do you honestly think a company with a track record like that is going to allow an NFT of CJ appear on anything other than a 2K product? No, it's not.
Bless them.
And this is the thing, like, at least with current NFTs, I mean, there is no point to them, but at least current NFTs, you can show them anywhere.
Yeah.
Right? The AAA game industry is not going to allow that.
No.
What, a free market? Oh, heavens, no. So again, like, one, NFTs are a bloody con anyway, and on a fucking triple game industry, they're going to even be a bigger con. I am going to show up with Cloud Sword in Far Cry 7. Yeah, that's going to be great. I'm going to do that.
Oh. Yeah, Ubisoft's going to be on that like like a rush.
So Square Enix are literally going to go, no. Because the only way they're going to do that is if they get together and charge each other money for it. And they're not going to want to do that because no, I'm not going to pay you money. No, we get money from this. We don't pay money for this. We get money from this. Oh, Jesus, the entire here's the thing: the entire AAA game industry needs a lobotomy. It needs literally the heads cut, literally just chop them all off.
Just get them off.
Get rid of them because they are so out of fucking touch. It's and like I said earlier, it's becoming apparent how out of touch they are now. They are just so far up their own asses. It's beyond a joke now. Our CEO is accused of sexual harassment. Should we fire him? I mean, it'll look bad for the company. Nah, he's getting us loads of money. It's perfectly fine. I'm sure this won't have any negative impact on us. Our shares are tanking. It's perfectly fine.
There's nothing wrong with this. I think
we need a one of them to go bust. I do think we need that to happen now because that's the only thing. Short of a indefinite walkout from staff, that's the only other thing that will get them to wake the fuck up about how bad they're going.
Shall we talk about the next one?
Yes.
Okay. Battlefield has hit a milestone.
Yes, it has.
Yes.
Not a good one.
There are more players on Battlefield 5 than Battlefield 2042.
On Steam.
On Steam.
However...
But I've been playing Battlefield 5 on my PlayStation and I very easily get into a game. Like, not even 10 seconds waiting before I'm already loading into a match.
Yeah, this is like a 4 to 5 year old game now.
Yeah, this is about 5 years old. And yeah, I'm able to get into matches quite easily.
Yeah.
But Battlefield 2042, it's a good game.
Oh, clearly.
According to the media, it's a good game.
Clearly.
It's an awesome game. It's shit. It's absolute garbage.
Well, the thing is, right, here's the thing. It's like Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is not a bad game.
Oh, no, hold on. It's nothing like Fallout 4, then.
Right, but it's, right, but it's not a good Fallout game. Battlefield 2042 is not a shit game.
It's a bad game.
But it is a shit Battlefield game.
It's a very shit Battlefield game.
And this has been solely done. The entire core concept of the game has been solely done to sell microtransactions, to sell customization, because you couldn't just have four classes to customize.
Oh, you mean what you can do in Final Fantasy? I was going to say Final Fantasy there. Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
I mean, what you can do in that.
Yeah.
Because it's got a store where you can buy skins.
Yeah. But the thing is, there's only 4 classes. Is it 4 or 5 classes?
4.
4. There's only 4 classes.
Oh, yes.
There's only 4. There is only so much personalization you can do to 4 classes. But if we have 8 specialists who have nothing to do,
all the same.
who are all the fucking same, and in that sense, shit. Apart from the 1 or 2 that are overpowered as fuck. I don't know, maybe the ones that can fix the vehicles, because the vehicles are overpowered as fuck. Yeah, we can sell much more microtransactions to that. Yeah, it'd be nice if your microtransactions... 1, your store's not up yet. 2, you need people to be playing your game.
And 3, you need to fix your game.
Yeah. So the big problem is that your game is dying faster than Battlefield 5, a 5-year-old game.
Yeah. And Battlefield 5, here's the thing, right? Battlefield 5...
It's not brilliant.
It's not the best Battlefield game.
No, that's Battlefield 4. 3? It's either 3 or 4.
Battlefield 4 is absolutely king fantastic.
Look, yes. Don't mention the single-player campaign. That's terrible.
Nobody ever talks about the single-player campaign.
That's terrible. But no one played that for the single-player campaign. Battlefield 4's multiplayer was...
It was fantastic. And Battlefield 5's isn't bad, especially after the Pacific update.
Yeah.
It got very, very good after the Pacific update.
Yes, it did. I mean, granted, the vehicle overpowerment still is a problem, but...
Yeah, it is. But that's fine. That's not going to get fixed now because they're not going to be working on that.
They're not going to work on it.
But yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm not surprised.
No, we said they needed to revert a lot of things.
It was so bad.
Quickly.
It's so bad. I think the worst thing is that like after the reception of Battlefield 5, and then with this coming out, they were like, yeah, we're going to go back to the Battlefield of old.
Yeah, we're going to go back to like Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1942
and all that sort of stuff. And Bad Company. We're going to go back to our roots. We're going to.
And then you release a game that is nowhere near that.
You release a game that is not Battlefield.
Yeah. They lied. I think this is the thing that's pissed off so many people as well. They lied. They literally, in front of a fucking camera, in front of millions of fans, literally told them we're going back to the basics of Battlefield, and then released something that is further from the basics of Battlefield than any other previous Battlefield game.
Yeah.
Like, and you're surprised people are pissed about that? You do know you're...
And then what's even worse is you release it and it doesn't even work. The game doesn't even work.
The thing is that like people are saying, they're gonna bring out a Firestorm mode, a new Firestorm mode, the Battle Royale. They're gonna release a free-to-play Battle Royale mode, and it's like, yeah, but the problem is if no one's playing your game, no one's playing it. Like the problem is right. The problem with that theory is like. The Battle Royale concept is getting really, really cramp. There's a lot now.
I think now you're at the point of like,
if you are not good on launch for a Battle Royale mode, you're done.
It's not just that. Like people now are at the point of just like I just have one Battle Royale game I play, whether it be Fortnite, Warzone, PUBG, like that's it. They don't really play any others because there's just too many.
Yeah, but no, that's what I'm saying. It's overloaded. Like there's oversaturation of the market now again, which is what the AAA game industry does all the time. You'd think they'd learn. No, they don't.
Yeah, just release a good game. Okay, just release a good fucking game. That's all I'm asking you to do.
Like the thing is like, well, we said it last time when we were talking about like how. The reaction to Battlefield 2042 when it was released, and it's like the problem is that they want the Call of Duty market, but their fan base is what makes Battlefield, and what keeps Battlefield being successful. And what all you've done, instead of gaining the Call of Duty market, because it's the Call of Duty market, they'll only play Call of Duty. All you've done is pissed off and alienated the very fan base that you already have, meaning that you've actually torpedoed your own success. Yeah. Like,
and especially when you think this year all you had to do was release a good Battlefield game. That was it. It didn't even have to be like absolutely amazing. It just needed to be decent.
Hell, Battlefield 5 could have released this year and it would have done extremely well.
Yeah, against Vanguard, because Vanguard has like... Well, I mean, compared to the other Call of Duties, it's bomb. You basically say it's a bomb.
Yeah.
It's not done well compared to the other ones. It's still done well.
I think the thing is also, right, one of the biggest problems now for Call of Duty is because
Warzone
is free to play and will be like basically, is the only thing people will play now.
It's their moneymaker.
But also like because it's free to play. And you don't need to get the most recent to play the multiplayer to play it. People are just going to play Warzone, which means you have to have a good reason to get
the new card.
The new card, and the multiplayer has been getting gradually worse.
I don't think it's getting worse. I think it's just aged now. I think there's a lot of other games that do what Call of Duty did,
but better
now.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, also is like. They've put so much into like the kill streaks and the other like things like the specialists and all that. Like they're jumping onto all these bandwagons when what they really needed to do was make sure the core gunplay was really, 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 really good, which is why Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare did so well. Your multiplayer core gunplay was fucking amazing. And it's just they don't do that now. They jump on bandwagons and they don't balance shit, and they don't like some of the maps are just awful things.
Awful. Yeah, they're not the greatest.
Like Shipment is not a great map, but it's chaotic fun. It is absolutely a blast to play it because it's just absolute carnage. And in comparison to all the other maps, it's really, really fun because it's completely different. It's that small and compressed and compact. It's just chaos, and it's a nice break. But like some of the maps they've had recently are fucking shite.
It's the same with Battlefield. Their maps are terrible.
The London map in Modern Warfare is not good. I don't like that map. That is a terrible map.
Battlefield, it has the same problem. A lot of their maps are...
Their map design has been...
It's shit.
Woeful.
Battlefield 5's maps, I mean, other than, I'd argue, the Pacific maps, a lot of them are... I think Rotterdam is pretty good, but there's the desert one, which is absolute garbage.
It's just
I don't know
a lot of them are open fields. And yes, open fields was a lot of combat took place on open fields in World War II. Yes. Problem being, you didn't have ridiculous fucking snipers all over the place.
Yeah. It wasn't just a random open field in the middle of nowhere for like one group. I wouldn't mind if there was like little divots and stuff like that, but you can't. Doesn't matter where you go, you just get murdered. And it's just like, what's the fucking point in this map?
Yeah.
And then on Battlefield 2042, one of the maps that you see, what does it do? It's got buildings on one side, buildings on another, and a giant open space in the middle. It's just like, yeah, that's not sniper heaven, is it? Nah.
The thing is like that map could be really good if they gave like the stuff in between the two buildings is not interesting and does not do anything.
Yeah.
As well, like if you gave stuff that allowed people to approach, it might be better. But no. It's just.
But no, now we're just gonna have this giant open space with nothing in it, so people who are attacking can just get sniped.
And it's like, I don't understand. I really don't understand. Like, you knew this was a problem. And then another thing is, like, Battlefield, like, it's not like they can't make good maps. They can. Metro is one of the best maps of the assault. One of the best assault maps.
I love Metro.
Metro's amazing. Granted, the Battlefield 5 version is great up until the very last section if you're attacking. Because you can't see shit!
You can't see anything and it's very hard to get out.
Who decided putting the sun right at the fucking exit of that fucking area? Honest to God, I want to punch them because literally you can't see anything. You literally can't see. Like, what is the fucking point? I remember playing on defense once on that, and I was literally, why are people just running into my machine gun at this point? I don't understand. Like, I've been struggling all that, and now all of a sudden I'm just like mowing people down who are blindly running into me, not realizing that's exactly what they were doing, blindingly running into me because they couldn't see shit.
Yeah, I remember that. I was just like crouched. On top of like the tram,
yeah,
which was looking into the thing, and I could just see they were just all running towards me, not seeing, not even looking at me. And I was just like I'm in the most obvious spot. I'm just mowing these guys down.
Then we did the attack,
and then we switched sides and went, this is
why you can't see shit.
They didn't know I was there.
They literally couldn't see anything outside.
I think they did patch that out though.
I hope they have, because that was awful. That was the worst experience I've ever had. Like, that was and the thing was like you could spend like a good 10-15 minutes stuck there because it's the last bit. Yeah. You can usually have a lot of tickets by then, but yeah, they've clearly
they've fucked up.
They fucked up, and again, like the fact that like they've they've clearly added stuff in solely to sell microtransactions, and it's backfired.
I think the worst thing is like they've had this backlash, and their response is to just like kind of
double down,
la la la, I'm not listening, la la la, sort of thing. That's...
All the critics that we pay, they say it's perfect. All the critics that
they're saying it's a great game.
All these critics are saying it's a great game. I mean, we've told them to give us a great score, otherwise we will blacklist them. But they're giving us great scores, so we just listen to them. Yeah, what happens when the people who have been given Battlefield, the players who have been saying this is shit, they stop playing it? You can have the greatest rated game in all time. If no one plays your fucking game, it doesn't fucking matter. That rating is just a fucking number.
Just not fun.
But
anyway, we shall move on.
Yes.
There's a couple of things that happened last month, which are quite interesting. First off, a 10-year-old game got DLC.
What?
Yeah, Kingdoms of Amalur got its first DLC.
Oh yes, because it was originally supposed to get DLC.
Yes,
but then the company went under.
Yeah. Well, THQ Nordic, who are the ones who do the game now, they have just recently released the DLC for it.
Holy shit!
And it's actually gone down pretty well, which I'm very happy for, because I've said before, I loved that game when it came out. It is a very good game, a very underappreciated game.
Yes.
And secondly,
I mean, it nearly bankrupted a state, one of the states in America.
Yeah, because they promised way too much.
But
they promised that not even like Metal Gear could like produce that sort of stuff that they were promising then. And the other thing is, last year was actually a very good year for Koei Tecmo. And I mean that quite seriously. The games that came out last year for them were all pretty good.
Yes. I mean, let's...
Neo 2.
Yeah.
The Fatal Frame game that's not called Fatal Frame.
Yeah. That came out and that did well.
What was the other one? It's got it here. Oh, Persona 5 Strikers came out last year. Well, was worldwide release last year. Yes. I think it was the year before when it came out in Japan.
Yeah.
But it was fully released last year for them. And Samurai Warriors 5 came out last year.
Yes.
Which actually also did pretty well for them. So...
I mean, granted, personally, I look at Samurai Warriors 5 and goes, yeah, you've gone backwards with this one.
Yeah, as a fan of Samurai Warriors, who has got Samurai Warriors 5, yes, they've definitely gone backwards. I'm not a fan of
Samurai Warriors 4 Empires, please, for me.
Samurai Warriors 4 all the way. I love that game. They are saying that in an interview they've come out and said there's going to be even more games to look forward to this year. They're recently coming out. What was the other one that came out last year? Atelier Ryza 2 came out.
Ah, yes.
And that did really well for them as well. It's like a surprisingly good year. Or no, for
I think a lot of games that they released, people don't realize it's Koei Tecmo.
Yeah.
Tecmo. Like, because they basically, their big one is Dynasty Warriors. Their Dynasty Warriors games
and Dead or Alive.
Yeah,
is other games that people know them for. But I mean, a lot of people don't realise that they
know them for Dead or Alive because of the amount of DLC they have.
Yes,
and the fucking cost of that DLC in total. Like,
it's the same with Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors is exactly the same. Jesus fucking Christ.
Except with Dynasty Warriors, technically it's worse because they take stuff out of the game and then sell it to you.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but that weapon was in Dynasty Warriors 4. Why are you making me pay for it now?
Machao,
man.
Machao in Dynasty Warriors 3 had one of the best movesets ever. It was just so fun. And I think, was it 5 or 6? I think 6.
6 is because they changed everybody's movesets.
Yeah. And it was
because
terrible.
They changed the combat system.
It was
absolutely
terrible.
garbage.
And lo and behold, they changed the combat system for 9, and it was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it was a shit game. Well, it wasn't even just that. At least 6 had the actual level design was good, you know.
Yeah.
But
Nine's
it's just
nine.
an open.
Let me put it this way, right? If someone had told me 9 was an asset flip, I'd be hard pressed to counter that argument.
Now remember the truth. They were going for realistic. And with people firing lasers out of their hands.
With people firing lasers out of their hands, with towers that actually float in the air, and the ability to scale a wall with a grappling hook.
Mm-hmm. Realistic. Clearly, realism.
Going for realism. With magic.
With magic.
God.
Maybe they just saw the Mulan movie and went, we can do that. Yeah, we can't have Mushu because of realism. But we can have a witch that turns into an eagle. Because of chi power. Clearly realistic. I love the fact that they just put. I don't understand this whole like inclusivity of like we're inclusive because we're making the villains women. Well, it's not just that.
I know, but it's counterproductive. It's like you want people to root for these people. Like if you want to be inclusive and like promote a certain group, you don't make them the villain.
Yeah, unless they're cool. And then you could.
I know, but the thing is,
but they're never cool.
They're never cool because they don't actually give them any character apart from their minority position.
Either that, or they make them a cool villain, but they ruin it. They just ruin that character because all they've done is go, well, we'll turn them into a woman. Taskmaster is a prime example of this. Like Taskmaster's cool as fuck. What did you do? You just turned him into a woman.
My point is like, but what you're it's the same with like Batwoman and that. It's like, oh well, we're progressive because we have Batwoman and we're having her in front and center, and it's like, you do know that in the TV series she's not a likable character.
She's the most horrible person,
terrible person. Like this is counterproductive. This is not how you do it. Like you want people to root for them. You want people to get behind them and want them to do well. Not go, well, she's an absolute bitch. She's an absolute. I don't give a. I want her to go and die in a ditch.
Anyway, back to Technicolor. Apparently they've got a few more games ready, not ready to go, but like
in process
and ready to reveal. I should say, because I think a lot of people forget that Team Ninja work with them a lot.
Yes.
And Team Ninja obviously are the ones that make like Neo. I think Team Ninja do Dead or Alive.
Yes, Team Ninja are Dead or Alive, Neo, and
I think they're the ones doing the new
Shinobi. Is it Shinobi? No.
Final Fantasy
Ninja
Origin.
Yeah, but they also do Ninja Gaiden.
They also do Ninja Gaiden, which they haven't done.
I mean, I wouldn't mind another Ninja Gaiden game.
Yeah, I think the problem is Ninja Gaiden only worked really because of the director that they had doing it, and obviously he left.
Yes.
So I think a new Ninja Gaiden, I wouldn't say no, but I don't think it would be.
That's good.
A Ninja Gaiden.
That's very true.
In that sense.
Yes, possibly.
Oh, they also released Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX. I cannot remember Monster Rancher. I think that was that. Was that band? No, that was Digimon.
Yeah.
What was Monster Rancher?
I know it did well, but it wasn't one that I was very interested in.
I honestly cannot remember what Monster Rancher is.
Well, yeah, it's been a good year for Temco Koei.
Released some good games.
Yeah.
They have actually released some good games.
Yeah.
Persona 5 Strikers is about as close to Dynasty Warriors as you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
If that includes Dynasty Warriors 9.
Yes.
And actually Samurai Warriors, because Samurai Warriors is just it's just missing that oomph. You know, it's just missing.
It's missing unique character movesets.
Yeah.
That's what Samurai Warriors is missing. Which, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they sell you those.
Yeah.
As DLC.
They probably have. I haven't actually touched the game in a while. I got bored of it very quickly. Nobunaga's not fun either. Like, you know how like in Samurai, in the other Samurai, he's that fucking mustache twirling evil villain guy.
Yeah.
No, he's not that.
He's basically the Cao Cao of...
He's the good guy in
Samurai
this one.
Warriors.
It's like, I don't know. I like him being the cheesy, deep-voiced villain guy with the mustache.
Yeah, because it's young. It starts off as young.
Yeah,
Nobunaga.
you start off as basically him rising up to become the clan head,
Like,
and then
I can understand like the whole story of Nobunaga, because the Oda clan, when he takes over, is on the verge of literally getting wiped out.
It's like this tiny little fucking area.
That's literally but it's literally like one of the first things he's noted for is basically saving the entire clan. And I can't remember what the battle's name is, but basically just turning it around and then becoming the most powerful warlord of the Sengoku Jidai period. And also, something else he was known for was burning a Shinto monastery.
Yes, to the ground.
To the ground with all occupants, women and children in it. Hence the reason why usually he's portrayed as the villain.
It's why he's called the demon of.
I can't remember the place name.
Yeah, it's the demon of something, but he's known as like a demon in all.
That's why he's portrayed the way he is.
Yeah, that's why in like anime and stuff like that, you sometimes see him portrayed as like this like demi demon thing. He's always like a monster and stuff like that because of like the things that he did.
Yeah, because he had a temper.
He had a temper. And he did what needed to be done in the argument of sense.
Yeah, basically, like he would learn from like previous things and like, no, I'm not going to make the same mistake. I'm not going to let this group stay in their nice fortified position. I'm going to literally send a message.
Yeah.
Do not mess with me.
Yeah. But anyway, I think we'll end it there because I'm out of things to talk about. I only literally brought up Kone Tenmo because I wanted something good to talk about.
Yeah, and there wasn't many. I mean, to be honest, we're still in like the Christmas New Year period.
But I just think because we've had like a week off.
Yeah.
We had like a week off. Actually, 2.
Yes.
We had about 2 weeks off. So I kind of wanted something good to talk about on the first one back.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this chat, and we'll see you in the next ones. Bye now.
Toodles.